TNTMTheShow presents
Talking Nerdy
December edition
with your hosts,
The Ambassador
and Pablo Gunner.
And we're here to talk nerdy to you about all the nerdy things that have happened for the month of December.
Which is going to consist of Skeleton Crew. Our grade scale is 4, especially if it's streaming. It's going to be must see, must stream. Check it out. And then pass. Let's talk about Skeleton Crew. Episodes 1 and 2, the premiere episodes. Like I said, they came out, I think, December 2nd and 3rd. I've already covered it on my videos. I didn't go in depth on those videos, primarily because I didn't want to spoil. And I try not to do that for, like, the premieres. Let's spoil it.
And needless to say, for me, I feel like this is probably one of the best things Star Wars has come out with, at least in my opinion, when it comes to the goal of what they're trying to evoke over the past, say, 2-3 years. This show about children from a different planet and they somehow get stuck in an adventure. How 80s is that?
The Sony Walkman is a tiny stereo cassette player with truly incredible sound.
The first time I watched it, I should say, I felt like I was watching The Goonies or something in the spirit of that sort of 80s kids adventure that is very rare to find these days. It was so sincere, all of the characters were so great, especially the alien boy that's with them and, you know, how he likes the girl that he likes at school and, oh gosh, it's great. I feel like they're really, in the first 2 episodes, really priming you for a great adventure. They tie the mystery in. I feel like it's really good. That's at least how I feel about it, but, you know, Pablo, what did you think about it?
I mean, technically they're all aliens, even if they're humans. They're all
true.
really aliens. But yeah, Neil, the elephant kid, the humanoid elephant, adorable, hilarious. I just love that first episode because it just did such a good job of establishing the norm, the planet, how normal life is. Not just as a kid, you feel bored in your normal life because you see these adventures on TV and cartoons and games and everywhere, or you just imagine these crazy things, and then you're like, oh, my life is just boring. But even seeing other people like riding around on scooters and doing something, you're like, oh, that's exciting.
Straight up suburban life in Star Wars? Like,
yeah,
that was really not
cool.
Done this? Yeah,
that was really neat to just have suburban life in Star Wars and have that as the base, and then throw you deep into space and pirate space for the second episode and go, boom, you're there. To have kids go like, I'm bored with my life and I want an adventure life, and then be thrown into that life and go, maybe I didn't really want this life. But there's something in them, though, that still is like, maybe I can do this, though, right? Like, they do have that courage. They do have that going for them. They try it, and it does not go well for them. I mean, it's a pirate station. All they have as protection is their pirate bodyguard. That is a droid, which is awesome.
Greatest name of a droid I've ever heard.
Yes.
SM-33.
SM-33.
I see you, Disney Star Wars. I see what you're doing.
So, and it's so great, and it was so cool. And even like the end to that episode where you have this guy using the Force and you go like, oh, is he a Jedi? Like, when does this, because we don't know when this takes place, right? Like, we don't really know the timeline. Is it the Old Republic? Is it New Republic? Is it just the Republic? Like, we don't know.
It's definitely is pretty obscure with how it explains it. So yeah, if you're not familiar with anything, it's definitely hard to pin it down.
And they're just giving you breadcrumbs as it goes forward. But that was just such a great cliffhanger ending to have. I don't know if he's a Jedi, but he uses the Force. That was just such a great cliffhanger ending, like right to just end it right there and go boom. Now you gotta wait like another week. I waited a while because I could have watched it right away. Heard it was Goonies in space. I want to watch it with the kids and see how they react, because I want to see if they're really into it or not. Like, they were super into it that first episode because they saw the kids. Like, they could relate, right? Like, they could relate so much, and they saw these kids and they saw themselves. That's how that works. I switched to something else, and they lost interest and went playing and go adventuring with that imagination that that juice that they just got.
Right.
And then I tried to get them back into it 30 minutes, or not even but 30 minutes, but like a few minutes later, and they did not care until they started seeing the droid attacking people and stuff and being like, oh my gosh, what's going on, Dad? And being like, yeah, should have paid attention, you know. But they were having a good time, so it's like, it's not, I wasn't like mad or anything. I wasn't annoyed. They're kids. So it did its job, right? It sucked them back in.
Absolutely,
so it worked, right? And they were paying attention. And every time, it doesn't matter if I'm just watching it with my 2-year-old or watching it with my 2-year-old and my 4-year-old, they're into it. There may be like some parts where it wanes, but for the most part, they get sucked back in. Like there's always moments that bring them back in. Oh my gosh, what's going on? Like, oh my gosh, this is intense. This is crazy, you know? That was a great premiere. I feel like this show isn't doing anything risky like Acolyte was. It's fun. They are kind of playing it easy, but it's for kids, which even the original and most of what George Lucas did was for kids. That's what he said. He's like, this is for like young teenage boys. And it still is. If you're going, well, this is weak and this is plain and this is, well, it's still following in the vein of what George Lucas was paying homage to in his stuff. It's doing right by Lucas and by Lucasfilm and the original trilogy. It's just so interesting to get this peek into the pirate side and this different part of Star Wars.
It's a different part of the universe.
Yeah.
I think that's the best thing it's got going for it.
It's just, it feels like we're in a new world because we haven't ventured this world that much.
Yeah.
We've gotten peeks in like Clone Wars and other things, but never have we just fully delved into it. And so that's what I love about it. And that's why for me, and I think other people, especially like kids, must see, must stream.
Yes.
That is it for us. Obviously, we have our merch here, new merch. I got my Talk Nerdy to Me Sonic tee right here, and then we have Knuckles, we got
Shadow,
Tails, Shadow. I kind of wish I would have gotten Shadow because that one looks the coolest, but I was like, it's Sonic. It's Sonic.
But
you know?
I think this was voiced by Keanu Reeves in the movie.
I know.
And it was so perfect.
I haven't seen it. Otherwise, I probably would have gotten the Shadow.
If you've played Sonic Adventure 2,
yeah,
they pretty much pulled the whole story from Sonic Adventure 2.
Okay.
I recommend it, but I got a pretty awesome shirt here. I got a Nerve shirt. It's an anime base from Neon Genesis Evangelion. Either you know it from the original series or you know it from the rebuild. Doesn't really matter which one. They're both really great to watch and do recommend checking out either one of those.
Yeah, we have a lot of other anime merch on our site. Dragon Ball Z, stuff like that.
We got a cool looking One Piece Talk Nerdy to Me shirt.
Yeah, and then, of course, all the stuff that came out this month. Lord of the Rings, Sonic, Doctor Who.
You can check that out by going to TNTMTheShow.com and clicking on the store.
Yes.
And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and click that notification bell so you don't miss one of our videos.
Our charity for the month for January is going to be Red Cross, as it is Blood Donation Month.
Yeah, which seems to be like a pattern within a lot of what we reviewed, too.
Right.
With like Nosferatu, Dexter, and some of the other gory stuff you'd mentioned.
That's it for us. Talk Nerdy to Me.
Stay nerdy, planet Earth.